What up? It's Movie Review Mondays on Wednesday, right? Today's is it Wednesday or it's Wednesday? Wednesday! Cause my internet sucks. So, I was gonna do what?
They wouldn't have had to know if you didn't tell them.
Oh, but they're gonna know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cheat them out of anything.
Alright.
On a Wednesday. I was gonna do it on Monday. I'll do it a different day. I was doing the movie Dudes and Dragons. I think it's called something like that. Either way, I was doing that movie and it cut out halfway through, so couldn't finish it. So, me and Nate, hanging out on a Wednesday, just doing our thing, watching Yoga Hosers. Try to contain yourself, Nate. What did you think of the movie, Nate?
Was fresh and buzzy.
Fresh and buzzy. Yeah. Yeah, try to look that up anywhere. As fresh and buzzy as Nate sounds about it. I love the movie. Amazing B movie. That's a picture of the thingy. He's showing it there. On IMDb, I think it got like a 4 point something out of 10, which is unfortunate because I liked it a lot more than that. I don't know. I think it's great. It's what?
4.3.
4.3 out of 10. That's unfortunate. I think it's a lot better than that. So you have Lily Depp, Harley Smith, and Johnny Depp. So the two main character girls, one is Johnny Depp's daughter, the other one is Kevin Smith's daughter. Kevin Smith directs it. Lily Depp, Harley Smith, and Johnny Depp are three characters from Tusk. They're the two convenience store clerks and Guy Lapointe, the detective. So this is a continuation from those characters. I believe, I'm not exactly sure if it's 100% true, but I think he's doing a Canadian trilogy, and this is the first of the three for the Clerk Girls. I could be wrong, but I believe that is correct. So, shut up. So you have characters, those three people. You do have people like Justin Long, who was in Tusk, and Haley Joel Osment, who was in Tusk, but they're not the same characters.
I missed him in there.
Who did you miss in there? Haley Joel Osment?
Yeah.
He was his friend in the podcast. In the Nazi party.
Oh, okay.
He was like the one that his girlfriend was cheating. Justin Long's girlfriend was cheating on Justin Long with him because... Spoilers! So, you got Justin Long, who's clearly not, that character anymore. We won't spoil too much of that greatness. No, we
Clearly.
won't. Yeah, definitely a different character in this movie. Justin Long is a yoga instructor. He is Yogi Bear. Yogi, I think, right?
Like the aspirin.
Like what?
Like the aspirin.
Oh, Bearer, yes. B-A-Y-E-R. Like the aspirin, not bear. So, no copyright. But in the movie, he does, like, get calls from, I think it's Disney or whatever, the people in charge of it. He gets, like, threatening calls from them about his name.
True story. A famous local band around here, Boogie and the Yo-Yos. That happened to them.
What about them? 'Cause...
It was Yogi and the Boo Boos.
Oh, it was?
But they switched the letters around because they were getting calls from Hanna-Barbera.
Well, that's hilarious. So there you go. Boogie and the Yo-Yos, you owe us some money for pimping you out. Boom. Or him some money. Either way. So, Justin Long, Haley Joel Osment, different people. There you go. And then you got other people in here like Adam Brody, Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, and Stan Lee himself. Oh, it's fucking awesome. So, the movie is basically, I got it all. Don't worry, I got my notes. And I got my Nate. So the two girls, Lily and Harley, they are the Colleens. They are punk rocking chicks that are convenience store clerks. All they want to do is just rock and roll all day and be on their cell phones, Instagramming the shit out of stuff. But they, have to do everyday life things like go to school. Life's a drag. Everything sucks. And they have to do those things. So they
wicked stepmothers.
They do. There's a wicked stepmother, and that comes into play. The wicked stepmother. What was the name of the actress?
Natasha Lyonne.
What?
Natasha Lyonne.
That's the Orange is the New Black chick?
Yep.
Okay. She's in Orange is the New Black, and I remember her from But I'm a Cheerleader. She's in that movie, too.
And American Pie.
And American Pie. She's actually a New Girl as well. She's the girl that Schmidt hooks up with at all the weddings. What up? The girls, they are invited to a senior party.
Grade 12 party.
A grade 12 party, but they're only grade 10. And that's a big deal to them. So they are thankfully not working at the A to Z. That is the convenience store. They're not working there that night.
Actually, it's the A to Z.
The A to Z. The A, E-H to Z. Harley Colleen begs her mom to let her go. She won't let her go unless she takes her little stabby friend.
Nice Italian stiletto.
Yeah, exactly. She won't let her go unless she takes that for protection, because you know those grade 12 boys only want one thing. And so they're bragging about it to Lily Colleen. That's the only way I can tell these. They do have last names. I just didn't pay attention. One of them's like Mackenzie, and the other one is something else. But Lily Colleen, they're talking about it to her father, and her father is dating the manager, who is the Orange is the New Black chick, and they hate her, call her like a bitch all the time and stuff like that. And the manager chick hates them. It's a mutual feeling.
She only married him when he made her manager.
Exactly. She used him to get her position and his money. So the daughters know that. The dad's like, well, I get to be married to this like young girl, so I get everything I want, sort of thing. The girls brag about it. They're going to a grade 12 party, and so then the Friday comes when the party is happening, and the evil stepmother plans a trip to Niagara Falls. So they have to go and work at the A to Z the whole night. They don't know that though until the time comes. They go to school, and just to get like a backstory on these girls here, they go to school. They go to like. Can't see it, Nate. Can't see it. You can't see it. There you go. Evil stuff. She doesn't look that evil. So they go to school and stuff like that. Like they go to gym class, and they get to sit out of gym class because Yogi Bear says that the gym yoga class is a joke compared to what he teaches. So they get an okay from that. But in doing so,
an abomination of the art.
An abomination of the art of yoga. They get to sit out. And so they're taking pictures and on their phone, and the gym teacher, who is pretty hilarious herself, she takes their phones away for a day, for the whole day, the rest of the class. You know, hashtag death. They're dying on the inside. And after gym class, they go to history class. And this is where the story takes a turn. They learn about Nazis and how the Nazis... Do you mind? Do you mind?
Sorry.
Say sorry to them.
No.
Oh, wow. Wow, Nate. Wow. They learned that Nazis tried to go across the ocean and start in Winnipeg, eventually to take over Canada and work their way down to America. And this is where Haley Joel Osment comes in. He's known as the Canadian Fuhrer. He tries to start a party in Canada with the help of Andronicus.
That's why I didn't recognize him.
What?
He had dark hair. But now that I think about it, I get it.
That's why you didn't recognize Haley Joel Osment? Because he had dark hair?
And a mustache.
And a mustache. That'll do it. Any mustache can fool Nate. That is
Actually,
a fact.
I mean, it could have been glasses and a mustache. But glasses and dark hair. I mean, if you have one of the mustache or glasses.
It was definitely the mustache in this case.
But the dark hair went a long way.
Well then, so if you're easily fooled like Nate, you wouldn't know that this is Haley Joel Osment. But either way, so he gets helped by Andronicus Arcane, and they start a Nazi party in Canada, and the police they get involved eventually once they start to riot and like try to take over Canada. Haley Joel Osment's character is arrested, and Andronicus Arcane is gone missing. Nobody knows where he went. He just poofs out of thin air. He's gone. And so the girls... what are you looking up now? Oh, the characters? Yeah, you need to get on this, dude. I'm taking notes, like I said, man. So one interesting thing about this movie that I don't know if you knew, Harry Styles, he buys bacon.
Just like a regular person.
Just like you and me.
Yeah.
And that is
the same way.
That is so hot.
I know.
Keep that in mind. Harry Styles, so hot. Anyways, so the girls, after school, they find out they have to go to work, which is not what they wanted to do. They wanted to go to their grade 12 party, which everyone wants to go to. I'm going to go to a grade 12 party tomorrow. I'm going to be the only person there. I'm basically just having a party.
They were shocked with a crude number of texts and missed calls.
Yes, I think it was like 30 texts saying that they had to work. And so, so then the girls, they have to work. They go to the A to Z to work. And then they have an idea. They decide they're going to just talk to the guys. There's no customers, so why not bring their 12th grade party to the A to Z? Great idea. If you think about it, there's like everything you need there for a party anyways. Except for the boys. Am I right? Gotta bring the boys. I always do. No, I don't. I don't bring boys to parties. I bring the noise to parties because I party a lot all the time.
He brings the boys, and when they get to him, then he brings the noise.
Yes, when boys come, I bring that. So, anyways, then, wow. So then, the grade 12 boys, they show up to the A to Z.
Do you know that there's a lot of truth in humor?
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah.
The grade 12 boys show up to the A to Z, and it's just the two of them, and the girl's like, well, what's going on? And the cool, hot guy of the two is all like, oh, I left my party to come hang out with you girls.
The cool what guy?
I just said cool guy.
Okay.
Did you hear something else? Because I didn't.
I thought I did.
You heard wrong.
Okay.
He's like, I left my party to come hang out with you girls, and everyone else didn't want to, but I bailed on them because I want to be with you. So Harley, Colleen, and the guy, not the hot guy, unless some people would think he's the hot guy. I think she thought he was the hot guy.
Okay.
I think she definitely did.
Right.
They go into the back room. Now, at this point in time, the girls think it's going to be a fun party, now just the four of them. But the other guys, they planned this party with the grade 10 girls because grade 10 girls are virgins. Grade 12 girls, they ain't virgins, trust me.
That's one thing that's different about Canada and the U.S.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's like, what, grade 5 girls, they ain't virgins anymore in the U.S. Trust me. Nate. Trust me.
Yeah.
Anyways, so when they talk to the guys about coming over to the A to Z and like leaving their party, it's just the two of them anyways. They don't have a party. They made up a party to get the grade 10 girls, the virgins, there because...
Adam, how old is a grade 5 girl?
Old enough to... This is bad. So they made the party for the grade 10 girls because grade 10 girls are virgins and the grade 12 boys are satanic worshippers. So they want to sacrifice them. I saw it coming, and I use that line so many times. It's in the playbook. And so they are going to sacrifice them because they're satanic worshippers. Harley Colleen takes one of the guys into the back room, and he talks to her about Satan and about how he would like to use her soul to get him closer to Satan. And in doing so, though, he has to cut her open. And he pulls out a knife.
To get to it.
Well, yeah, of course. She's kind of selfish for not giving it up.
He told her that.
Yeah, and so she takes out her little stiletto stabby thing from her mom, puts it up to his balls, and is like, take it one step closer, and etc. At that point in time, he gets a look of, like...
Shock and awe.
Shock and awe, indeed. Because something decides to crawl up his butthole and just crawl straight up through his throat. And there's a big commotion in the back room there. So Lily Colleen, And the other guy, or by the, I think it's slushy machine, he pulls out a hammer because he thinks it's time to throw down. And then he gets the same shock and awe. And you see a little man crawl up his stomach.
Good thing there would have been a throwdown and a hoedown.
A throwdown and a hoedown. That sounds like an Alabama Slamma, which is Hardcore Holly's finishers wrestling. So a little man crawls up his.
Not appropriate.
You're not appropriate. Crawls up his chest cavity. Boom, and through his throat, out his mouth, and out pops out a little bratwurst Nazi or a bratzi. And the girls quickly grab this little bratzi, throw him in a microwave, and blow him up. Soon come to realize they are surrounded by all these bratzis. At least 10 at the time. And they decide that they're going to use their yoga poses to get rid of them. And in this scene, they do like 3 things that I think is great.
A mop.
Well, I'm not talking about the weapons that they use. Stick. Yeah, they use like a mop and a hockey stick, but I'm talking about that. This is the scene where we see Stanley. We see Stanley, where he is the guy at the police station taking the calls.
Dispatch.
The dispatcher guy. And he's just amazing. Pure gold. Stanley always is. I mean, you can't say anything bad about him. If you do, I'll kill you. Try it. Exactly. So you got Stanley there in that scene. He's great. They just call him like a stupid old man and send the cops and stuff like that.
Think anyone will ever get tired of the cameos?
No, why? How could you?
Okay.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't
They're
have
slightly gratuitous. A little bit.
Yeah, Nate? Is that what you think?
Kind of.
Yeah. Well, you might be alone on that one. So, Stanley's there, and he's amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. No, we don't need to.
Sure.
Stanley's...
Leave your opinion in the comments below.
So, the Bronzy shut out the power after they call Stanley, and they say 2 lines. One is from Tusk, and one is from Clerks. So these are the 3 great things. Stanley, which is always #1. And then the 2 other things is, I don't want to die in Canada. That's from Tusk. And the, I'm not even supposed to be working today! Or not even supposed to be here today. Not supposed to be here today. It's from Clerks. Dante, yes. Not Dante's Peak. Not Dante's Inferno. But Dante from Clerks. So then, cops eventually show up after they beat the crap out of these Bratzis, and they arrested 2 girls because there's all these Bratzis lying around, but they can't prove that they're Bratzis or killers, but there are 2 guys dead in their A to Z, and their buttholes are destroyed. Girls get arrested. Jason Mewes, what? He is in the police station, and he gets Guy Lapointe to talk to the girls. And Guy Lapointe is the detective in Tusk, and they talk together about breaking the girls out because he believes them about the Bratzis. He snuck in while the police were out of their investigations, and he found one. He believes them. He is trying to investigate the crime scene further because the Bratzis killed another criminal, and he wants in on this investigation. And he has proof that Haley Joel Osment's character bought 100 acres of Winnipeg, and the A to Z is on that property. So, Lily Colleen, his daughter, they have a father-to-daughter chat in French about there being a secret entrance.
Detective chat?
No. Father to detective? That'd be him talking to himself. Or him having a talk with his father.
Well, I mean, daughter to detective talk?
Well, if they're in character, then, but it'd be like someone else's daughter to detective.
Oh.
Father to daughter chat. She's like, cut the shit, Dad. I know you're not Guy Lapointe. And then he's like, whoa, you got me.
That didn't happen.
That doesn't happen. No, it doesn't. So they talk about going in through a secret entrance in the A to Z. They get there. The girls want to change out of their jumpsuits, and they want their phones. They don't have any other clothes except for some workout clothes in the back, but they don't have any phones. Guy forgot to get the phones while he broke them out. Man, he's an idiot. Why wouldn't you get their phones? Sucks his sock. So the girls go in the bathroom to change out of their jumpsuits into their yoga clothes, and a secret passageway that they made up that there was a secret passageway just so they could get out of jail. A secret passageway opens up, they get knocked out, Guy gets knocked out, and they're tied to chairs across the table from Andronicus Arcane, the Nazi that worked with Haley Joel Osment. That guy's character. Blah, 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 blah. And you're probably wondering, that doesn't make sense because that was back in Nazi times and this is today. There's a reason for it. Andronicus Arcane was supposed to be frozen for 100 years. And in the 100 years, he was making a clone army that was going to take over and rise over Canada and take over the U.S. eventually to take over that stuff. They were going to do that. But because the Colleens rock out all the time in the back room of the A to Z, there was a power outage. Like they blew a surge or whatever you want to call it. Right? Something like that. They did that. What? Blew a circuit. Yes. They did that, and that cut through the power of the freezing process because he was 30-some feet underneath them and using their power. So 70 years went by. Not a full 100 years. The frozen process was cut out, and then the Bratzies, instead of being full-grown people, they were just miniature Bratzies running around. And they did evil things. He learned culture so he could be coming up and ruling eventually, but things didn't go according to plan, obviously. So he, since he's not a Nazi anymore, because that didn't work out, he decides he's going to go back to being an artist. That's what he truly loved to do. And he makes a goalie golem. What would you say about the goalie golem?
It was menacing.
Menacing?
Intimidating.
Yes, I thought it was pretty fucking sweet.
Kind of cool looking for a horror movie.
It had like a Jason-like goalie mask, but then like the body of it was like human flesh. So it's like very, very creepy, like that sense. And he made this, and his main goal was to get the Colleens down there actually, so they could take pictures of them, which, with their phones to put onto the magazine, so he could be in the famous people are just like you page, which I don't know if you heard.
Of the magazine.
Of the magazine. Yeah, which I don't know if you heard, but Harry Styles, he buys bacon just like you and me.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's so hot. Harry Styles is so hot. Ugh. So that was actually his whole goal after this. Because he goes upstairs to the A to Z, he watches all the Netflix that he can, and he eats all their food, reads their magazines to try to learn up, and that's what his goals were after that. Since he can't take over being a Nazi, he wanted to be famous for his art. And he gets the little Bratzies to get into the golem and to kill all the haters out there. And in doing so, ooh, you got a picture of the golem? Ooh, there you go. Get it better. Nate, get it better.
I can't.
Get closer or something. It's very, it looks just like me. Look at that. They look the same. It looks fucking awesome. The golem is trying to do its thing, and in doing so, the Arcane, whatever, he becomes like a hater towards it and starts yelling at it, saying it's doing all these things wrong, telling him to kill the haters. And the golem takes it as like, well, you're hating on me right now. So, kapow! Dead. Kills him. And the girls have to try to save the day. And how are they going to save the day?
More yoga poses.
Yoga poses. Thanks to your boy, Yogi Bear. Yoga poses such as, I wrote some of them down. Oh. Shit, Dix. Where did I write them down?
You sure you don't have Tourette's?
You know what, Nate? We don't need to worry about that. Pretentious Frog was one of them. Dissatisfied Customer. That's like, I think it's like the customer is like they stand like this. I don't know how they fought it, but they're like, I am not satisfied with what you sold me. I am not satisfied with what you sold me. And they do the three-legged dog, and then they do a two-legged dog in a wheelbarrow, which is literally just like they get on their hands and knees, and he trips over them. So they do the three-legged into a two-legged. It trips over, like one of the last Bratzies falls out, and they squish it on the head, and they save the fucking day. And in doing so and saving the day, and Guy Lapointe is there, they get famous because he spreads the word again, as he did with Tusk. Like, he makes a book out of it, they get in the paper for it again. The Colleens were in the paper for Tusk as well, so now they're in the paper again, and they become famous. But in doing so, becoming famous, they're famous because of Yogi's yoga poses, and Yogi becomes popular. The whole time Yogi is being called by Disney for the pressing charges on his name, and now he's getting called again at the end of the movie because he calls them Disney, yeah. He calls them.
Why would it be Disney?
Wasn't it Disney?
No, they're owned by Hanna-Barbera.
Well, whatever, Nate. Now we're gonna get in trouble from Disney. Thanks. So he's getting calls from whoever because he calls them, or he calls himself and them the Yogi Bearer, B-A-Y-E-R, Yogi Bear, and the Boo Boo Brawlers. So it's Yogi and Boo Boo. At the end of the movie, he's getting money and he's getting famous because of them, and they are just living their lives being the punk rocking yoga hosen chicks that they are. And what do you remember? I wrote it down, but do you remember Yogi Bear's quote on the wall?
Yes. Yoga is 90% mental, and the other half is physical.
That is words to live by right there. You think about that. Think about it long and hard. So, that is actually the end of Yoga Hosers. After that, they live on doing their punk rockin' A to Z life. Yogi's famous, and the Nazis are taken care of, and Guy Lapointe has another book. And I think that is the best part, because Guy is the guy. He's the man. And I personally think that 4.3 out of 10 is pretty harsh.
I wonder how they'll deface his next book.
I mean, if he takes the same picture, they just draw nutsacks on his mouth. And they call him Gay Lapointe. He kind of is asking for it with the name. Maybe he might change his name.
That would be a good idea.
Instead of Guy. Maybe Greg.
Greg Lapointe.
Greg Lapointe. Try that.
Sounds like a lacrosse player.
Either way, it doesn't sound like a Gay Lapointe.
Or polo.
Either way, it's better. Hey, Kevin Smith. I love you, by the way. Maybe work that into your story. He changes his name so he doesn't get insulted anymore. Cause
oh my gosh, was Kevin Smith in the movie?
Yeah, Kevin Smith was he did the Bratzies. He was the voice of the Bratzies and all that stuff.
Wow.
Wunderbar! This movie was wunderbar.
I can't believe I missed that.
Oh, Nate. Well, now you know at least.
Yeah.
So when we watch it again...
Yeah.
We gotta have something to masturbate to. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. Don't worry, I'm right. So, yeah, I think it's better than a 4.3 out of 10. I don't know about you.
It was fresh and buzzy.
Fresh and fucking buzzy. Whatever. You grade that out of 10, America. I think it's B-movie gold. And it is very good for, like, you have a bunch of friends over and you want to watch a good bad horror movie. I say good bad because it's not bad, it's good, but in a bad way. Not insulting to Kevin Smith because you're a fucking god. You agree?
He's pretty cool.
Fucking, just pretty cool. Ugh. Just pretty cool. You think Kevin Smith is just pretty cool? Just pretty cool. The guy does fucking yoga hosers, does fucking Tusk, does fucking Red State. Fucking Red State.
That was awesome.
The Clerks. He fucking does Jay and Silent Bob. They're making like Clerks 3. For the love of Dick, yes. Fucking yes. We're not going to talk about, like, Chasing Amy. We're not going to talk about it.
That was a good movie.
Well, exactly. It was good, but it's different. Like,
Mallrats.
Fucking Mallrats. Oh, my. I'm going to be back. Just keep talking. Oh, my God, Mallrats. I fucking loved that movie. I got that at Goodwill. I fucking, on VHS for, like, $1. Because I couldn't find it anywhere else. I probably watched that movie, like, 8 times in a row. Like, the same day. Just back to back. So fucking good. Kevin Smith. Boom. You're the man. Yoga Hoses is great. Watch it. Do it. Definitely better than Kindergarten Cop 2. And, yeah, I think that's all we have to say about that, really. What do you think? Anything else you want to add?
He shouldn't have presented that one.
Presented what one?
The one with Dante and Jason Mewes.
We don't.
Clown.
Vulgar?
Vulgar.
You don't have to talk about it then. Check that out if you want to have some fun. But either way, Yoga Hosers, great. Watch it. Have fun with it. Kevin Smith, you're the man. I am Adam A.D. All Day Dunlap, Bobby Lee Wenzel, the BL Dub, and this is 1730 Nate. Say what up.
It was fresh and buzzy.
It was fucking fresh and buzzy. Like, share, subscribe, that shit if you want. I don't give a fuck. Just do your thing, and I'm going to keep doing this. Sorry for a late Movie Mondays thing. Whatever. I'm going to probably do a couple more this weekend, and it's not even Monday. Try and stop me. Deuces.